My path at the very beginning was very different. See, I don't think there was a specific eureka moment. When you take a sip of Rahasya, every sip reminds you of India. My path at the very beginning was very different. And keeping that in mind, it because of what I wanted to do before, I traveled extensively, learned a lot about the Indian culture, and I think somewhere that sort of seeded what had to be done. Midway through my preps for the civil services, I got very drawn to the world of marketing and branding, and I found it extremely exciting. And I realized that I would feel more fulfilled as a person creating more things. I think there was a creator in me that needed an outlet. And the idea of Rapid Stall happened for us, which was my first venture. So we probably one of the early players in terms of using sustainability as an important aspect of branding and marketing. I think, like I said, everything sort of feels like one step after the other. Even though for someone who looks at it, they'll be like, oh, how come you got into Alco-Bev space? But I think for me, it was a well thought out scheme by the universe. I think that's how I would put it. Everyone around me at one particular time, we were at a get together where all my friends were together, and we were all discussing about how there is no product that is decidedly Indian. We basically drink what everyone else sort of brings into the country. At that moment, I was like, no, there are, so many other drinks, like there's a Feni, there's Opong, there's a lot of Indian indigenous drinks. But they're like, no, they're all specific to a certain region. And I think that was the seed for me to look at that as an idea and create Rahasya. Rahasya is a very unique infusion of spices. Don't think masala when you think of Rahasya. It's more about the fragrances and the spices that we use in our day-to-day lives, which has been blended in Rahasya. So when you take a sip of Rahasya, every sip reminds you of India. And so that's why we call it India infused. Rahasya, the name was born out of the fact that it has a lot of secret ingredients in it. And when we were doing trials for the product, we realized that everyone was getting very distinct, different palettes about it. Rahasya always gets the most craziest opinions from people, extremely curious reactions, because they sip it and they're like, oh my God, what just happened? What is this? And the best part is let's say a bunch of 2 or 3 people try it. They immediately get into a sort of debate that it has this in it has that in it. And they're always looking at me to tell them what's in it. And I always say, hey, it's a Rahasya. Yaksha, on the other hand, the target audience is different. And we wanted something that will talk again of a little bit of mystical concept, because we had certain botanicals in our product that are used in the somras. So we wanted that story to be brought out, because Yaksha means a demigod who protects treasures and is also a little mischievous, is also a little noble. So we wanted a consumer to feel connected with that. So that's how Yaksha was born. And the Salty Nerd range, which is our latest in the lot, is completely focused on late millennials and the Gen Z audience. And we wanted something quirky and fun that would relate to the generation that is now. And the products are also very similar to the name itself. They're a little bit rebellious, they're a little bit salty, they're a little bit nerdy, and it can pull through the entire journey of the party. It is one of the most coolest drink that we've been able to create, and whatever's in the market in February. And you will be seeing Salty Nut across various shelves from end of this month and June onwards. We have variants like, of course, the amazing classic, which is a very smooth vodka. Apart from that, we've got cola, which is not a common vodka flavor in India. Salted caramel, which sort of reminds you of going to the theater and having a nice caramel popcorn. So it's been done that way. We've got mint, we've got lemon, and of course we've got cherry, all products and flavors which are very contemporary. Yeah, I think when we launched Rahasya, we were just only in Goa to begin with for some time. And now we're with Rahasya, Yaksha and Salty Nerd present in several markets within India and outside of India as well. Geographically, we've been able to achieve a bunch of territories, focus. So we supply in Goa, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, Karnataka, of course, which is a fantastic market as well. We're shortly opening another 3 to 4 more territories this year. So you'll see Rahasya across more shelves and more markets. Outside of India, we supply to USA, UK, Singapore, UAE. We've also started small supplies to China, Australia, Maldives. I think our policy has been to go as wide as we can and ensure that more and more people try our drink, and therefore price point plays a very important role. We package a beautiful product, we create a beautiful story, and we have a fantastic drink in that bottle, and we make sure that they're all very affordable in terms of price point. Affordability is a very good aspect in terms of Indian consumer mindset. So as long as we're matching a few of these things together, it makes a very big difference. And most importantly, I think today's Indians are so widely traveled and well aware of what is happening outside. When they see a good product on the shelf and it's made in India, they have pride enough to pick it up and say, let me at least try it. We know that once they try it, they will come back for more. So that's essentially our strategy. I think the fact that we're able to open up more and more markets and also ensure that we get repeat orders is a very good indicator that we're in the right path. Alcoholic products as our mainstay at this point, but we do have plans. They're yet to be firmed up. When they're done, we will be, you'll definitely get to know about it. Every industry in a big way has been men's industry, and women have sort of found their way out and reached out to some amazing growth journeys and stories. We hear some beautiful stories all over the world. I must say that I encountered a lot of people who were very supportive. It's always nice to see the encouragement that you get from the industry. Of course, there's always skepticism about a new person coming into a very system-focused industry which has very high regulations. I think the resistance was mainly because you're new, you don't know how the industry works. It was not about gender. I don't think gender bias was there. But it's more about, I think, how the consumers look at it. Some of them, there's always this, oh, you're a woman, and how did you think of getting into the industry? So I think the perception that the industry has given to the world is very, very different. We women should enter any and every industry that we feel like we want to be a part of. Today's world is so different that we should be able to take steps that we need. It should be about what you can offer to the market, and if you're good at what you do, make sure to be proud about it, make sure to go for it and do it.